Hello everybody, we welcome you to this conversation series by Think Christ Apologetics. This morning I have a very special guest with me, Pastor Davis Jayaraj. He is somebody that has been in the Christian ministry for over 4 decades, and he served in North India for the major part of his last 30-40 years, and he's been a bank man, and he retired, rather he took a voluntary retirement at the age of 50, feeling the call to go for missions in North India. So I have him with me today, and I'm going to pick his brain and see what he thinks about Christianity, church health, leadership, youth, media, and so on and so forth. So Uncle, we welcome you for this show this morning. And can you give us a little about your professional life as a banker?
First of all, thank you for having me. And I have spent quite a lot of many years in the bank. It was God's gift actually for me to get into the bank. It was, and I spent most of my time in administration. You know, I was there in the head office. Most of my time in head office and divisional office, circle office, and it was only the last part of my my stay in the bank, I went to be the senior manager of T Nagar branch, and so my experience was mostly administrative in the bank, but there was a call on my life for a long time. And when I was right there in Richmond Town Methodist Church, under the leadership of Reverend Williams, Theodore Williams, and so that was there in my mind all the time. And then when I was reached the age of 50, I felt God saying, "This is a time for you to come." So I took voluntary retirement, and then, because I had served already in Lucknow, I chose to go there.
Wonderful, Uncle. Uncle, when you mention that you had a call in your life and that you decided to move from the bank to full-time missions or ministry, what are some of the offices or responsibilities that you've handled as a Christian minister in the North India?
Oh, in North India, I chose to go to North India because I wanted to be very much with the local people, because I think English, there is sufficient amount of work among the English-speaking people, but among the local vernacular people, there is, I think, there needs some more. And many of those days we were praying, whenever we were in the church, we were praying for North Indian ministry all the time. And so probably that was what prompted me to go to North India. And when I went there, of course, initially what happened was, because of being in the bank there, I was always dragged into accounts, looking after accounts and all that. Right. So the Assemblies of God mission in Lucknow, Pastor Papi Mathai, he suggested that I helped them out with their finance, their portfolio.
Right.
So I started there, but side by side I began to equip myself with the requirements of becoming an ordained pastor.
All right. So you are an ordained pastor with the Assemblies of God Church. Right.
And so that's how I started. Then, fortunately for me, my brother-in-law also was in the ministry at that time. And so I joined him. So most of the time I was assistant pastor. But I had responsibilities, individual responsibilities, and I did try to concentrate more on. I were always attracted by the youth, young people, and the young people always somehow gel with me.
Right.
So I had a good time with the youth. Then I was with Pastor Mathai for some time, and in his church he said, God has asked me to ask you to lead in the missions program.
Okay.
So I started the missions program for the MG Mark Church and that is what they were called. We call now it's called Life Spring. Had to take care of the church, officiate as the senior pastor several times during the year. And so that was my experience there.
Right. Thank you, Uncle. That's quite a rich experience, and that is pretty elaborate. And I'm so thrilled to hear what you have to say and what your thoughts are about the church and discipleship and the teaching of God's word as you see it today.